I'm standing here in the West London Synagogue in its remarkable building, which was built in, or at least opened in 1870. It's what's known as Italian Moorish in style, and there's only one other synagogue really quite like it, which is the main big synagogue, the Grand Synagogue in Florence. Now the building is a statement building. They really wanted to make an impression. And if you read literature of the time, there's plenty of descriptions of the building as being very great and very wonderful. In the old days then, they used to divide the seating. The men were downstairs and the women upstairs. Now we sit everybody together. So the synagogue building has some pretty amazing features. First of all, it's worth remarking on the stained glass windows, many of which were put in after the First World War, but some of which are the original 1870 ones, and we've just had one restored and some others just about to be because they're falling in. We also have an extraordinary dome above us. When the synagogue was built in 1870, the dome was highly decorated, absolutely beautiful, and it was damaged during the bombing. And originally, they got the money together to restore the dome and paint it. But when they discovered that there were children and young men who were coming, who'd been in the concentration camps and were coming to Britain and needed looking after, the synagogue decided that they'd rather spend the money on the living. And as a result, we've kept the dome plain white ever since. Now, the other thing to remark about is the music. Music has always been enormously important here. We have one of London's great organs. It's a baby sister or brother to the organ at the Royal Albert Hall. But what is remarkable about this congregation is that traditionally synagogues didn't have organs, so thought of as a very Christian thing to do. We've had an organ since 1849. The very first building they had in 1840 didn't have an organ and was tiny. When they grew very rapidly, in 1849 they went to Margaret Street and they had their first organ. And then when they were planning to come here, they thought, right, let's get serious about an organ. I can't tell you how delighted I am that the Orchestra of the Age of Enlightenment is coming to play here at West London Synagogue. It's an extraordinary honour for us. For me, music is hugely important, as it is for many members of this congregation, and it makes us feel quite spiritual. This is our 175th anniversary since the foundation of the synagogue in 1840. I know it's the OAE's 30th anniversary, so we're really happy to be doing a joint birthday party.